So this video is about the thiazides, thiazide diuretics. As in previous videos, I have already talked about the carbonic anhydrase inhibitors and the loop diuretics. Now this video is about the third class of the diuretics, that is thiazides or thiazide diuretics. So let's proceed and look over the thiazides. Thiazides diuretics. As far as drugs are concerned, under this category, thiazide diuretics, there are also several kinds of drugs. So let's talk about the drugs. There is chlorothiazide, hydrochlorothiazides, chlorthalidone, also metolazone, and indopamide. So these are some drugs under the thiazides diuretics category, or you can say the thiazides shortly. Now, how they works? They actually works on the last part, or you can say the second last part of the nephron, that is the DCT portion. We have already seen that carbonic anhydrase inhibitors were working on the PCT portion of the nephron in our kidneys. The second category of the diuretics, that is loop diuretics, we have seen that loop diuretics works on the ascending limb of loop of Henle. Now this is the third class of the diuretics, thiazides. They work on the DCT portion of the diuretics. So how they work? Let's look over the machinery inside the cells going on, how the in the physiological conditions, how the ions are getting entry and taking exit inside the cells and or the outside the cells, how they're getting reabsorbed inside the blood. So let's look over this portion of the nephron, that is the DCT portion, and let's zoom over the one cell, that what's happening over there, and then I will try to explain that how thiazides works on those cells or works on the transporters, and how they are helping in the diuresis process, helping in the get rid of the water. So here I am drawing one cell. So for example, this is one cell of the DCT portion of the nephron. Here is the blood circulation, of course. So here will be the blood. This is the basolateral side. This will be the luminal side. So this here, it will be the blood circulation with the help of peritubular capillaries around the tubules. Here is the lumen, tubular lumen or urea lumen, you can say. So this is the luminal side. So it is the lumen over here. And yes, so actually on the luminal side we have the transporter which is transporting sodium ions and the chloride ions. So sodium ions are going inside the cells, at the same time chloride ions are also going inside the cells from the luminal side into the cell. Now on the basolateral side, as we know from the previous sections also, that we have studied that here are the sodium potassium ATPase, which sends sodium outside the cell and sends potassium inside the cell from the general circulation. As potassium are coming in, so potassium will be going out from the cell also. So here the potassium ions are also going out from the cells into the tubular lumen with the help of potassium channels. So actually what happens, what thiazide diuretics, what they do, they blocks. Now before that, chloride ions, as they are coming in physiologically, as they are coming inside the cell with the help of this transporter, sodium chloride transporter, chloride ions also going out from the cell, chloride ions also going out from the cell and getting reabsorbed in the blood. This is what the physiology, this is the physiological machinery of the cell. Now how thiazides diuretics works on these cells and what they do. Thiazide diuretics actually blocks this sodium chloride transporter. They also actually blocks these sodium chloride transporters, with the help of which sodium ions will not be able to get entry inside the cells. So the sodium also, at the same time, chloride ions will also not be able to get inside the cells. So sodium ions and chloride ions will start appearing or accumulating inside the tubular lumen and will pass with the urine from the nephron with the help of collecting duct. Now again, there's some part of the sodium can be reabsorbed again in the collecting duct. As you can see, the 1 to 2% of the sodium can be reabsorbed back into the blood in the collecting duct portion of the nephron. But now we are talking about the DCT portion. So not much amount of sodium will get reabsorbed back. So sodium ions will start appearing, chloride ions will also start appearing inside the tubular lumen and will pass out with the urine or along with the urine. Now as sodium ions will low inside the cell, because the sodium ions amount will be low inside the cells, obviously, because sodium ions are not able to get inside these cells. So as the sodium ions amount getting low inside the cells, sodium ions start to coming inside the cell from the blood, okay, from the blood, and calcium ions from the cell will start going inside the blood, due to which, because calcium ions are coming inside the blood, due to which calcium ions amount increases in the blood. That's why these persons have seen with the hypercalcemia, more amount of calcium inside the blood. So thiazide diuretic, they just simply blocks the sodium chloride transporters, due to which sodium ions numbers will increase or amount will decrease inside the cells, due to which from the blood sodium ions will come inside the start appearing inside the cell. So this transported in this due to this transporter, sodium ions will go inside the cell and calcium ions from the cells will start to going inside the blood circulation, due to which hypercalcemia have been seen. Also, in side effects or adverse effects of thiazides diuretics, we have seen with the hyperglycemic condition, hyperglycemia, like loop diuretics. We have seen with the hyperuricemia also, because they can increase the amount of uric acid in the joints, which can again worsen the symptoms of gout. Also the hyperlipidemia, and one more thing, hypokalemia will also be seen in such patients, because potassium is going inside the cell and start appearing in the tubular lumen. So more and more potassium will leak out along with the urine. So potassium amount will be the less in the blood circulation. So hypokalemia can also be seen with the overdoses of such thiazides, obviously. And so hypokalemia can be seen, hyperuricemia, hyperlipidemia, hyperglycemia can also be seen with such patients, and some kind of electrolyte imbalance sometimes can be seen with the overdoses of thiazides. So this was about the thiazides diuretics. And the drugs, there are some 5 drugs, and among these hydrochlorothiazides and chlorothiazides are most commonly used thiazides in the category of thiazide diuretics. So this was about the thiazide diuretics. In next part I will be talking about the spironolactone, which is very important drug as far as potassium sparing diuretics are concerned. So in next video I will talk about the potassium sparing diuretics and the osmotic diuretics, and we'll finish the parts of the diuretics. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.